Hello and welcome to a new series of films, and these films are called The Plants Speak. As a shaman, I'm able to tune into the world of the plants and get communication both ways with them, and I've been asked by the plants to share particular information with you so that you have an idea about where they're coming from. So this is an occasional series of films, and each one will be dedicated to one particular plant. So here I am standing underneath a rosehip bush out in the wild nature, and there is such a lot to say about these beautiful plants. So you can see a little flower there and you can see the berries there. So it was very clear to me that the plants wanted me to communicate to human beings about their whole approach to us. And so this film is all about rosehips. Now, unlike the pomegranate, which is generally available in the shops, this is not something you can just go out and buy. You won't find any supermarket selling rosehips, and it's kind of interesting that's the case. So here I am picking rosehips, and they grow wild. This is like a classic example where the bushes have not been trimmed, and I'm going to show a photograph in a moment of what the rosehips look like in a more suburban setting. These are actually outside some council offices. They get trimmed every year. So obviously the plants are a lot lower down and it's a lot easier to pick. So what you notice about them just looking at them, first of all, is they're beautiful, and there's this whole range of colours from very pale orange right through to a really deep red. And when I tune into these plants, this is what they want us to know. We are the rose. The rose is all about the love and the heart. And when you look at the roses, the rose flowers, then you notice something very special about how beautiful we are, the way we open up, like just opening into love. And it's the sun that does this. So we respond to the sun by producing leaves, and then finally when we're ready to flower, we produce these flowers and they come out in the sunlight. And we take the sunlight in and we use it. And what we do with that sunlight is we make use of what is, you can go into your rational minds for this one, everyone, because this is photosynthesis. So this is the light from the sun and the water from the rain and the carbon dioxide in the air creating sugars. And that's your science bit. But let's leave the science bit and get to how we feel, because what happens is we take all this loving energy in from the sun, and what we do with it is we produce these beautiful globes, these beautiful shapes. And actually the shape is very much the same as the shape of the apple. When you cut the apple in half, you'll see it's a torus, and the torus is a very interesting geometrical shape. So this is what we do. We take in the energy from the sunlight and we concentrate it into all these delicious sugars, and our seeds are rich in really essential omega oils for your bodies. And the actual flesh, apart from containing sugars, is also very rich in vitamin C. We are the best vitamin C you can get. You can go and buy pills from the health food shops, and when you take vitamin C pills, most of it just goes out the other end when you go to the toilet. But when you take us rosehips, we are bioavailable. So basically your body has to digest us down, like we've explained in the sugar film. And so this means that when we digest the rosehips down, human beings, what you get is you get the ability to absorb all the good stuff from the vitamin C. So this is what we are for you. We are a gift from the sun and from the summer. And when it starts to get darker into the autumn and the winter and the spring in the northern hemisphere, temperate parts of the world, also in the southern hemisphere, temperate parts of the world, what you want to do is you want to be getting to be really good friends with us. So in the northern hemisphere in the UK, it's August, September, even October, and sometimes even into the beginning of November. These are the times you can go out and harvest us. So when you harvest us, this is what you do. You pick, as you can see, and you put them into a bag and you take them home, and the ideal thing would be to put them into a dehydrator. If you don't have a dehydrator, then you'd have the oven on the lowest possible setting So the lowest possible temperature for this, it needs to be less than 100 degrees. If it's more than 100 degrees, you're going to destroy the vitamin C. So it's got to be the lowest possible temperature in the oven. Somewhere between, say, 40 and 70 degrees. I would say 40 degrees would be ideal. And in the dehydrators, it'll take you some days. So you put them in the trays, pop them in the dehydrator, keep checking them, and when they have shrunk and they feel hard, so here they are coming out of the dehydrator. Notice the colour, they've changed a much dark colour, they're harder, they've shrunken, and they are now dry. So what we do with them next is we might put them into containers, bags or whatever, and then when we're ready, we get our NutriBullet out or our blender out, and we get the rosehips, put them in, as you can see, and give it a blend. Just smash those rosehips up into powder, and this is what the powder looks like when it comes out. You've got rosehip powder now, and what you can do with this is you can store it, it keeps well, so do the whole rosehips. When they're dry, they keep well as well. And what you could do is put them into a smoothie or any kind of drink that you might have in that way, like the power drink, the smoothie, and basically something that is not heated, because if you heat it, then you're going to destroy vitamin C. So any way you want to have it where it's going to still stay raw, and you have it every day, a teaspoon every day, and that's going to keep you healthy all through the winter. And this is our gift to you because we love you. We are one of the many, many plants that love human beings, and this is the way we like to share our gifts with you, is to grow, produce our beautiful flowers, you to look at and cause you to feel happy and cheerful, and then to produce these beautiful, beautiful berries full of vitamin C and natural sugars your body can digest very easily, and seeds which are full of the omega fatty acids which you need for your body's well-being and health. So we give you so much. And here's the thing, you may possibly be able to get these online, maybe on Amazon, but why don't you go out and pick your own? Because we're just sitting there on the bushes, people walk past us, people haven't got a clue what gifts we've got to give. So how about getting with the program? And this is what we feel when we see human beings coming along, and you've got yourself a little bag and you're going to start picking us. We say, come on, that's it, get some of our goodness, get some of our vitality and our health. We'll keep you strong and healthy through the winter because we love you. Thank you very much. Message from the Rosehip ends here.